weird bodies to women with massive giant breasts. Here are 15 women you won't believe actually exist. Number 15. Valeria Lukyanova. This Ukrainian model and entertainer is most often described as a human Barbie. With the wonders of cosmetic surgery, implants and clever use of makeup, she's managed to make herself look completely plastic. Even her own family and friends have started to mimic the look of toy dolls and anime characters. Although Valeria used to enjoy the limelight, she now says that being called a human Barbie is degrading. Number 14. Jyoti Kasanj Amge. According to the Guinness World Records, Jyoti Amge is officially the smallest woman in the world. She stands at a height of just over 2 foot, which is the equivalent of 2 bottles of Coke. Her restricted height is due to a growth abnormality called achondroplasia, although don't underestimate her because, as she says, "I can do things that others can't, and looking like a small infant you can get away with anything." Number 13. Erica Irvin. From the smallest to the tallest. Erica Irvin, also known as Amazon Eve, is an American model, fitness trainer and actress. She has extremely long legs and stands at 6 feet 8 inches. Also, she used to be a man called William. Gutted. Even though she, or he, is transgender, Erica Irvin is classed as the world's tallest woman and holds the Guinness World Record for the world's tallest professional model. Number 12. Maria Cristerna. This former lawyer and mother of 4 from Mexico has undergone some extreme body modifications to look like a vampire. People are so scared of her they run the other way or cross the street to avoid her. She's covered head to toe in tattoos, had dental work to turn her teeth into fangs, and has even had titanium horns inserted into her head. Now that's one extreme makeover. Number 11. Asha Mandela. Here's a real-life Rapunzel. Asha Mandela from Atlanta, Georgia holds the Guinness World Record for the longest dreadlocks. She's grown her hair for 25 years and the dreadlocks are now 55 feet long and weigh over 3 stone. It takes her 2 days to wash and dry it. Even though doctors warn she'll get a curved spine because of the weight, Asha will never cut it off and is actually worried someone with a hair fetish will cut it off when she's not looking. Number 10. Mayra Hills, also known by a German adult model named Basheen. As you can probably tell, she boasts the world's largest surgically enhanced breasts. Her bra size is 32Z and each breast contains 10 litres of saline and weighs 20 pounds. Other things that weigh 20 pounds are puppies, a car tyre or 4 large trout. Basheen loves having the biggest tits in the universe and welcomes you to try and break her record. Number 9. Mandy Sellers. This woman from Lancashire in the UK has a rare genetic mutation that's resulted in extraordinary growth in both her legs. She was born with abnormally large and misshapen legs and feet, which continued to grow throughout her life. At 7 years old, doctors recommended amputating both legs, but her mother refused. In 2010, she had to have her left leg amputated above the knee. Mandy was diagnosed with Proteus syndrome, although she disputes that diagnosis. Number 8. Marilyn Vos Savant. No weird or bizarre mutations or plastic surgery, instead Marilyn Vos Savant has an incredibly high IQ. She entered the Guinness Book of World Records in 1986 at the age of 22 for having an IQ of 228. To put it into perspective, Stephen Hawking has an IQ of 160 and Albert Einstein was somewhere between 160 and 190. Guinness, however, retired the highest IQ category in 1990 after concluding IQ tests were too unreliable. Number 7. Anita Florzyk. Here's a woman you won't want to mess with. Starting a career in powerlifting at the age of 16, she can now lift more than 500 kilograms, that's about 79 stone. Anita has won the world's strongest woman at least 5 times, putting her into the Guinness World Records for winning the competition more times than any other woman in history. Number 6. Julia Noose, the world's most tattooed woman. What began as a bid to cover up a nasty skin condition called porphyria, which causes blisters when exposed to sunlight, has resulted in a Guinness World Record for being the most tattooed woman in the world. Julianne Noose, nicknamed the Illustrated Lady, has 95% of her body covered in ink, ranging from jungle scenes to cartoons of her favourite actors. Number 5. Atay Elikadagne. When people say to this woman, "You're all mouth," they mean it literally. Atay, who lives in Ethiopia, has one of the largest lips in the world. The large metal disc on her lip has a circumference of 59.5 centimetres. The discs are traditionally worn by Surma and Mercy people to attract husbands. Apparently, the larger the disc, the greater the dowry the husband needs to pay the wife's family. Lucky family. Shame she had to remove her front teeth and has to eat through a straw. Number 4. Elaine Davidson. Another world record holder, this time for the most pierced woman. Former nurse Elaine from Brazil now lives in Edinburgh, Scotland. She has over 9,000 piercings all over her body that are estimated to weigh over 3 kilograms, and she's constantly adding more. Elaine got married in 2011 to a man with no piercings at all, but later divorced in 2012. I guess things just got in the way. Number 3. Kayan-Lawi tribe women. Not just one woman, but a tribe of women. The women of the Kayan-Lawi tribe in Thailand are well known for wearing brass neck rings. They start wearing the neck rings at around 5 years old. Their necks don't actually stretch as some people think. Instead, when these brass cores are placed around the neck, the weight of the rings gradually deforms the collarbone and rib cage, creating the appearance of a stretched neck. Number 2. Michele Raffinelli. Meet the 420-pound mother of 4 with the widest hips and most bootylicious butt in the world. She claims that men don't fancy skinny girls but like an hourglass figure. Michele's hips measure a staggering 8 foot in circumference. As well as having to walk through most doors sideways, she drives a big truck because she can't fit into a car. Her husband loves her sexy hips, encouraging her to take up modelling, and now she earns over $1,000 per photo shoot. Number 1. Kathy Jung. Nicknamed the Queen of Hearts because of her shape, Kathy Jung has the smallest waist in the world. She first wore a corset for her wedding in 1959 and now wears one every day. If it gets too loose, she tightens it up or wears a smaller one. Having worn tight corsets for years, the end result is a tiny 15-inch waist. And that's it for this weird woman countdown.